As part of the previous topic, we have successfully created the virtual environment, activated it, and also installed PySpark as part of it. Now it is time for us to use that location with Pycharm for further application development. Pycharm is nothing but IDE. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. As part of the projects, we typically use Pycharm for application development using Python as programming language. Even for Spark-based data engineering pipelines, if the programming language is Python, we end up using IDEs such as Pycharm. The other popular IDEs are nothing but Visual Studio Code or Spider. Irrespective of the IDE you use, the steps are almost same. Now I am searching for Pycharm here. You can see. Let me click on this. It will take care of opening the Pycharm for me. Once it is opened, as we are trying to open the folder that is already set up with the appropriate virtual environment, instead of clicking on new project, we have to use open. Once you click on open, you should be able to go to the location and you should be able to select the folder and save open. It will take care of opening that folder as the project. In my case, it is under projects, internal, then ITVGH activity. You can see the virtual environment here. Now we should be able to click on open. It will take care of opening the folder as Python project for us. Now you should focus on the bottom right corner. You see the virtual environment here. It has to choose the appropriate virtual environment. If I hover my mouse on that, it is actually showing the location. The location is nothing but projects, internal, bootcamp, ITversity material, blah blah blah. That is not the virtual environment which I want to use. I want to use the virtual environment which I have just created. To actually configure to the new virtual environment, what you are supposed to do is you just have to click on this, say add interpreter, go to existing environment even if it is choosing new environment, and then click on this. The location is nothing but ITversity projects. In that projects we have a folder called as internal. As part of internal, I have a folder called as ITVGH activity. I have to choose that. So I'm actually going above to ensure that I am in the appropriate folder. I should not be in the bootcamp, so I have to collapse this. Now I have to scroll down. The parent folder for this is nothing but internal. So within internal, I have to go to ITVGH activity. In this is the virtual environment folder which have the bin. You can actually see the Python executable here. You should be able to choose this, click on OK, then say OK. It will actually take care of configuring that virtual environment for this project. Once it is done, you can validate whether all the libraries that are installed using command line are available using Pycharm or not by just going to Pycharm preferences. If you are using Windows, you can go to project settings under file. This is the file. If you expand that, you should be able to see the project settings in Windows. Then you can actually go to this project and then Python interpreter. Now you should be able to see the dependencies that are installed as part of the virtual environment here. As PySpark is available here, we should be able to leverage Pycharm to develop data engineering applications using Spark. Let's click on OK. Now it is time for us to develop a Hello World program to ensure that Pycharm can be leveraged for further application development. To develop a Hello World program, you can actually right click, then say new, then say Python file. Make sure that you right click on the project folder ITVGH activity, not the virtual environment. Never create any programs under virtual environment. It is very, very important. Now you can actually say new Python file on the project folder, then say app. It will take care of creating the program file called as app.py under ITV-GH activity. App.py and ITVG-venv have the same parent folder, which is nothing but ITVGH activity. You can also validate by going to the command line, then say ls-ltr from the parent folder or project base folder, which is nothing but ITV-GH activity. You can see the app.py created here. Now you should be able to say print hello world here. Right click on this, then say run app. You can see the output here. This is how you can actually get started with Pycharm on top of existing folder structure. Sometimes we might want to create a new project directly using Pycharm. We can leverage Pycharm as well directly to take care of this. But other way is to use existing folder structure to open using Pycharm and take the development effort further. I have covered the second part of it. I have set up the virtual environment using command line, activated it, installed Spark, and then I have opened that folder using Pycharm as a project and I have validated. This is also one of the commonly used pattern of getting started with respect to application development using Pycharm for Python based applications.